Hello and welcome to Headlines at Mint. Let's take a look at the big stories that are likely to make headlines this Thursday. All eyes will be on the bourses on Thursday to see the reaction following the worst market performance in July in 17 years. A few budget proposals like the super rich tax and continuing slowdown in the economy is believed to have adversely impacted markets. Foreign institutional investors turned net sellers in July. Flat growth in core infrastructure sectors in June is expected to further negatively impact the markets. On Wednesday, the Sensex and Nifty did make some gains, closing 0.22% and 0.29% higher respectively. On Thursday, companies like Bharti Airtel, Tyre and Industries, Tata Power and Ceat are expected to reveal their first quarter earnings. Stocks of Zee Entertainment will also be closely watched since a US-based fund has agreed to pick up 11% stake in the company. The proceeds may be used to pay off loans worth Rs 13,000 crore that Zee's parent group owes. On Wednesday, Eicher Motors a 21.5% decline in net profit in Q1 amid the auto slowdown. The Committee of Creditors of Jet Airways will meet on Thursday to discuss the issues related to insolvency proceedings. The airline was grounded on April 18 due to an acute fund crunch and was admitted for insolvency proceedings by the NCLT on June 20. The Committee of Creditors has decided to allow bids from investors with a minimum net worth of Rs 1,000 crore. International factors like the US Federal Reserve's decision on interest rates and the resumption of dialogue between Washington and Beijing may also impact markets. A heated war of words continues between the two nations amid efforts to resolve a tariff war, which has roiled world markets. The progress of the talks will be watched closely. Around 36 hours after he went missing, Cafe Coffee Day founder VG Siddhartha's body was found in the backwaters of the Netravati River near Mangaluru. Subsequently, Coffee Day Enterprises named SV Ranganath as interim chairman and announced a probe into past transactions. Meanwhile, credit rating agency ICRA put the group on watch with negative implications. In more bad news for the economy, 8 core infrastructure sectors registered almost flat growth in the month of June. The sectors, which constitute 40.27% of the Index of Industrial Production or IIP, grew by 0.2%. Meanwhile, in the first quarter of financial year 20, the government exhausted 61.4% of its fiscal deficit target for the entire year. The NDA government's second bid to privatize Air India may garner strong interest, according to aviation consultancy firm CAPA India. It said that some leading global carriers, including from the Gulf, could participate in the tender after forming a joint venture with Indian conglomerates. Yet another sign of a slowdown gripping the automobile sector in India. A report by a rating agency has said the automobile manufacturers cut production in the first quarter of financial year 20 by 11%. According to India Ratings and Research, vehicle sales across all categories declined by 12.35% in Q1. On Wednesday, the two houses of parliament cleared key bills. The Rajya Sabha gave its nod to changes in the motor vehicle law. The aim is to improve road safety and use technology to regulate traffic. Meanwhile, the Lok Sabha passed a bill to streamline resolution of interstate water disputes. The Indian Air Force has released its official game with a character which strongly resembles Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman. The IAF officer, who is credited with shooting down a Pakistani jet, was captured by the enemy after his aircraft crashed. He was eventually repatriated within days. The game was launched by IAF Chief Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa at an event in Delhi.